We're going to be going over the step-by-step process from taking an ad that you don't even know what it's going to be about to fully launching and scaling it inside your ad campaign. Now, we're going to be giving you all the systems, the processes, and the operations that we use to go from no idea what we're even going to talk about to the ad creation, the graphic design, video editing, to the ad account management itself and launching it. Everything's going to be here laid out for you. We've got a little slideshow, and this is exactly what we use in our agency and how we use it to scale multi-seven-figure brands that we work with and run their marketing for. So without further ado, let's get right into it and let's get going. All right, so we got to start with an ad that we're going to be reviewing first, and the process that we took to take this from no idea what we're talking about to full ad concept itself. This ad is by one of the brands that we run advertising for, TorqueStrap. This is a company that we are running advertising for. So here's the ad right now. Let's take a look. So again, we have some simplistic text up here talking about the features and the benefits of this product and why it is better than ratchet straps. And then we do a product in action type video where we show the efficiency and the quickness of a torque strap while the ratchet strap takes a little longer. And the most important part, the spring-loaded tension. We can see that the ratchet strap here is really loose. Torque strap is very tight, meaning if there's any shifts or maneuvers in the load, you are remaining tension across it the entire time. So how did that come about? Why was that a winning ad? There was not even any talking in it. So what really made us think of it? Now, what we wanted to make sure is that we're keeping the attention of any type of audience that is out there. And that first starts with what are their desires and what are the benefits that our product can and will reach to them. Now, the first step is market research. This is an extremely important step in anything that we do. Well, this is where we understand the products, the market awareness stages, the market sophistication, any competitors, and the customers that we're actually trying to produce the product to. We use Google, Amazon, YouTube, competitor websites, reviews, comments, previous winnings and losing ads to market research for the brand. And we don't just focus on the product itself. We focus on the customer experience. Their problems and their desires are what actually make an ad win or not win. If you're not pushing a specific desire or a specific problem that a customer is having in their life with your ads, they're not going to perform. This is simply because it's user-based ads. In 2024 and going out through the rest of the years, it's not about media buying, but rather how your ads emulate and how they push desires that your customers already have and how they enhance them to make them feel and make them buy more often. We identify common trends and what they may have tried and failed at before, because this helps us create an ad that will help their problems, their desires, and make them want to buy. Step 2, we plan the ad concept. So in basic terms, an ad concept is an idea. Now, it's the idea on how you want the ad to look like, how you want the ad to be promoted, what you want the ad to do in the market. In order to figure this out, we need to understand the desires, the benefits, the market awareness, the hook patterns, the hypothesis on how the ad is going to work. So understanding desires of a customer is understanding what they want. We cannot and we will not create desire. That's impossible. What we can do, though, is enhance desires of our customers. So understanding their persona is very important. Understanding what they want in their life. That way we can recreate that in our ad and make it an easy switch over to buy the product. This is the same way that we use our benefits. Once we know their desires, we use the benefits of the product to enhance those desires. From there, we use the market awareness stage, whether they're in the unaware, the problem aware, solution aware, the product aware, or the fully aware stage. We can use that awareness level in order to enhance the ad and push it towards a specific audience. Next, we look at a lot of hook patterns. We look at what type of hook do we want to do. If it's a video, what's the first 3 seconds look like? That the first 3 seconds of a video is what makes or break a video ad. And then the creative headlines and how the image looks when people are scrolling is what makes people stop. 80% of people stop due to the creative, not the body copy or the headline that you put on the Facebook ad itself. It's about the creative. So this is the most important part. Once we plan out the ad concept in a rough draft, then we're going to create the copy. We write the Facebook copy, we write the script or the creative headlines if it's a graphic. This is where we can kind of use ChatGPT, but we only use this for a rough draft. This is not a final draft. We're going to spend 2 to 3 hours manually refining the copy and the script that we're going to end up using, because ChatGPT is just going to organize our thoughts into a rough idea. We don't want to actually use that for copy, because creativity and actually making things that people buy comes from human touch and human experience. ChatGPT can only get you so far, so we use that to kind of make it more efficient on gathering our thoughts, and then we go in there and manually refine the rest. I'm gonna give you a quick example. So here's what our brief kind of looks like. Once we send off the basic idea and the rough draft to our copywriter, then they are going to create 2 pieces of copy. One copy is going to be a new piece of copy, and then the second piece of copy is going to be one that was previously winning in the past. So we create the headline, the body text. If there's any description or links, we add them there. And then this one down here is one that has already won previously, because we're going to test them side by side. Then we go into a UGC script in this case, and they're going to be sending this to maybe a UGC creator. We use Incense and Trend.io quite a lot to get UGC creators, or maybe this is a video without any people in it. Maybe it's just showing some stock footage, and then we have creative headline text on the video itself. This is also exactly what we can send to our video editor to put that text on screen as a video. And again, all of this right here is exactly refined and processed before we send it through. We don't get this from ChatGPT. ChatGPT gives us rough ideas, and we go in there and use advertising, marketing tactics that we've used in the past and that we know work to convert sales in order to manually refine it. Now, step 4. This is where we actually create the video, the UGC, or the graphic. Now, an editor will create 3 graphics or 3 videos. They will never mix those together. There will not be 1 video, 2 graphics, or 2 videos, 1 graphic. It will either be one or the other, because we're testing one ad concept, so we want to test all graphics or all videos. If you want to test both, then test both. You can do 3 videos on one, 3 graphics on another. So once we do this, if the editor doesn't do that, then we might send a UGC script. That's what we did for the batch that you just saw. We send a UGC script to a creator, and then they create the video for us. Then we edit it and chop it up into 3 different styles. What I like to do is I will get 3 different parts of the video, and then I will make that the first initial hook. So I'll create the scripts in a way that I know there are 3 hooks within that video, just at different parts, and then I will cut and I will move that part to the front of the video and let the video play on again. This way, there's 3 different hooks, it's 3 different variations, but all using the same ad concept. So if you want to create these videos yourselves, you can do it yourself. You can hire someone from Fiverr or Upwork to do it. You can go to nolimitcreatives.com. This is actually a really good site. Or you can hire in-house editor. This is what we do personally right now for our agency. We have someone that's a graphic designer and a video editor. They do the exact same thing, and we give it to them and they do it for us. Next, we're going to be reviewing it. We're going to review with the team, or if it's just myself, I'll wait a day and then I'll come back to it and review it. Now, I only do that for myself because in the moment, I may be just like, oh, this is perfect, and move it on. If I wait a day, I'll actually have a clear mind. I'll come back and look at it and maybe realize, oh, this can be changed or something else could. But if I do have my team with me, everybody takes a look at it, and then we'll highlight different portions in the Google Drive and say, hey, this needs to be fixed. Maybe a word was misspelled, or maybe we want to change some colors in different spots. This will allow us to make sure everything is perfect before we do an external review if needed. And that's where step 6 comes in. An external review. This is only if needed, and we'll send this to the client and we'll say, hey, is this good to go? And they'll have to approve everything. Now, a majority of our clients right now, they just trust us, so we don't use this step. There is sometimes where clients need to have legal representation and make sure everything is correct legally before we actually push it out, which is completely understandable, and we have them review it before anything is launched. Next, we're going to launch the ads in the campaign. Now, how we do this is we're going to be consolidating to the max. We use one campaign. It's a CBO campaign per objective. So since this only has one product in it, we're only going to be using one campaign, and we're going to be promoting the product within it. Each campaign is going to have multiple ad sets, but in that campaign, it's a full CBO campaign. If you want to learn the full structure on how we like to run our structured ads, let me know in the comments below and I can make another video about it, or I can explain it there. This next step is just to launch it in your ad account. Then we're going to analyze and record the results. We want to review why an ad worked or why it didn't. If we're just shooting ads out there to shoot ads out there, it's never going to be consistent. We're never going to actually have, okay, well, what worked in the past? Why did it not work? Whether it was the concept or maybe it was just the creative itself was terrible. This will allow us to visualize and put down exactly why something worked and why it didn't. This is very important. We spend at least 20 to 30 minutes on every single ad concept that we push out there to make sure we are fully understanding why it did or did not work. And the next step is to plan your next ad concepts. Did we determine a trend in the previous ad concepts that give us confidence to run in maybe an iteration of it? Maybe we think there was something that could be improved upon with that ad concept. from the last. Maybe we need to start from scratch and go back to market research. All of this can happen and has happened depending on the brand and the concept that we ran and the results that happen. Whether we're making it from scratch, making an iteration, or maybe there's something that can be slightly improved upon. All of this will come back together. As long as you're learning from each one, you'll start to figure out what's working for your brand. And once you do, you can double down on it. So that's the entire process that we use in order to consistently make ads at scale, and how we are able to use our operations internally and externally to review our ads, learn from them, and make sure our next batches are always greater than the last. If you have any questions on any of the process we just used, shoot me a comment below and I will answer any questions you have on Facebook or Instagram ads. And until then, I'll see you next week.